Ian, the league kicked off last weekend at Maryhill. You talked about that game extensively with Davey after, but Saturday, first home game of the league campaign. A question I've asked quite a lot so far this season. Are you looking forward to that first home game?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we're well into the season now in terms of when we came back and our pre-season fixtures and our League Cup campaign, and now into the bread and butter of the Championship. And yeah, we want to put on a good show for our supporters in our first home game. There'll be a lot of excitement, as there was last week. But the boys have been training exceptionally well this week. They've looked really, really sharp, particularly this morning. We'll do a little bit more work this afternoon and get ready for Morton.
And you'll be hoping that the effort and application is as high as it was at Partick to get the result against a very good Morton side. Yeah,
we had to play very well through at Partick last weekend, but try and salvage something towards the end of the game. But I felt over the piece of the game it was deserved. I thought it was a game of with two attacking teams going at each other, hammer and tongs. I expect the same this weekend. I've been really impressed with Dougie's work in Morton over the last season and going into this season. A really, really good League Cup campaign from them. A fantastic result last Saturday against Ayr United at home. They've got a bundle of energy in their team. They play quite direct, but they're very, very good at it. They've got good physicality in their team, so he's put together a really good squad and you'll be delighted.
Yeah, the men, they got the highlights, the headlines, last week. Ethan Ross and obviously Kieran Mitchell with that equaliser. Must have been great for you to see Ethan Ross back on the pitch competitively and another full week's training under his belt.
Yeah, delighted for Ethan. It's been a long, hard time for Ethan over the last few while. Certainly since I've came in, it's been a bit stop-start for him, and I think when you're injured, it's always really frustrating. It's always, always wondering when you're going to get back, and also when you're going to get back to the levels that you can be at. And when Ethan's on the form that he showed last 15 minutes against Partick, he's a wonderful football player. We know that he works incredibly hard, but he's got good quality as well. We need to see more of it. We know that Ethan wants to give more of it, and when we do get it, he's a good player.
And of course that young man, Kieran Mitchell, first competitive goal for the club. Can't say enough about how much that meant to him, to you and to the club in general. Yeah,
delighted again for Mitch as well. He's another player that's worked very hard, went out on loan last season at Bonnyrigg, kept his head down, went and took the bumps and bruises of League Two, done very, very well there. I know he was very highly thought of and well liked, but as I said after the game with Davey, he's low maintenance. We're just trying to help him in certain aspects of his game and brush him up a little bit to try and get him ready again for the season and make him a better footballer. But delighted with his finish. I think in a pressure moment away from home to score a goal like that for Kieran, it shows that he can handle pressure. It was a goal that meant a hell of a lot to a lot of people, the supporters, myself, and the rest of the team. So delighted for him. He deserves it. He's been waiting a little bit of time for his chance, but he's trained really hard.
And of course yesterday we also announced the acquisition of Sean Byrne on loan till the end of the season. 30 years old, centre midfielder. What's he going to bring to your squad, and what were his attributes that you particularly wanted to add to the Raith Rovers environment?
Yeah. He's a very, very good player, and I've known Sean a long time now. I've watched him come through at Dunfermline, then he moved to Livingston and eventually to Dundee. I'm not getting the playing time that he wanted up there. We've been waiting a couple of weeks for it, but what I would say on Sean's behalf is his desire and determination to come here was second to none. I've not seen such desire in a long, long time from a player. He was really chapping at the bit all week to get here. We had to try and calm him down a little bit, to tell him to stay cool and be patient, because at this stage of the season we have to acknowledge that he is a part of Dundee squad, and we had to wait on that, and we give a lot of thanks to Dundee for getting the deal done so early as well, because it's really important to us. He's got promotions under his belt, a wealth of experience, but he's a really good player. He passes the ball really crisply and really, really simply at times as well, and it's a huge compliment to him, because I was speaking to him last night in terms of the role that I see him playing in the team, and you've got to have the right mental attitude for it. He's not played a lot of football in the last 6-7 weeks, so we're going to have to get him up to speed, but delighted to get him here.
And in terms of the role he's going to carry out for you, am I right in thinking he's going to be more of the two sort of more defensively minded midfielders? He was certainly talking that way.
He says we're playing two, Neil.
or three.
Yeah, look, we just felt it was an area of the park we were lighting throughout the sort of pre-season campaign. We're asking Sam to go in there. I personally think Sam's attributes are further forward the park because he's such a good player. We're asking him to do a role that was very difficult. Again, the mindset of being in that position, it's not as easy as it looks. It can look fairly easy at times, but you've got to have incredible discipline. You've got to be in the mindset of you're stopping the opposition and then getting the ball and passing it. I think Sean fits into that really, really well. We will all go between different formations throughout the season, so you're right in what you're saying, but we've got options now to do that. You know, we've Scott Brown back in training as well, fully, which is great. Ross Millen's been back all week in training fully, so we're now adding 3 players that we didn't have last Saturday to the squad, and they're all of good quality.
And of course, this weekend it's another reminder of the quality of the league and the challenges that face us after this weekend with Hibs, Dunfermline and all the rest coming up. We can't take our eye off the ball, can we?
No, we can't. It's non-stop. You look down the fixtures when they came out and you look for the easy patch if there is such a thing, and there just simply isn't one. There's a lot of good players in this league, a lot of good teams. I keep saying it, but by being successful, you create bigger games. We go to Easter Road, but we have to deal with Morton first. We know it's going to be an incredibly hard physical game. It's probably going to be a fast game with our pitch as well, which is what we want. But we're good enough to do well in this league. We've got, you know, looking at the squad this morning in particular at training, with the tempo that we're training at and the quality that we're training at, really, really high. When you increase or enhance the quality of your squad, you have to bring others with you. It's up to the players to stick with us and not be left behind. But so far, so good.
Good, well, we're looking forward to it, the supporters are looking forward to it, and thanks, good luck.
Thank you.